My dear students, in this video we are going to study human circulatory system. Human circulatory system, it consists of three components: blood, blood vessels, arteries, veins, capillaries, and a muscular organ called heart. Now we are going to study about each and every component in detail. So let's begin with the first component, that is blood. Blood is fluid connective tissue. The word fluid here means anything that can flow. So blood is a tissue because it consists of different kinds of cells along with the ground matrix called plasma. Now let us have a look at functions of blood very briefly. There is one word that describes the function of blood, and that word is transportation. The key word describing functions of blood is transportation. Blood is involved in transporting different kinds of substances from one place to another in the body. Let us just elaborate it a bit. It is involved in transportation of oxygen, transportation of digested products, harmful substances, transportation of harmful substances like urea to the excretory organs, from where it can be eliminated out. Like urea is transported to kidneys, from where it is eliminated out of the body in the form of urine. Then it also transports different hormones in the body. It transports different kinds of drugs that we take in. So the basic function of blood is transportation. Moving to next topic, the components of blood. Blood basically consists of two components. The liquid component of the blood, that is plasma, which comprises 55% of the blood. And the second component is formed elements, which comprises 45% of the blood. It includes red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles, and platelets. Now let us have a look at a diagram to understand blood in a better manner. Now what you see on screen is a cartoon diagram depicting different components of the blood. Here I have made the different components of blood. Whatever you see in yellow, this one, like this is blood plasma. This is the background substance of the blood, the matrix of the blood plasma. It basically consists of 90% water along with dissolves organic and inorganic substances in it. Different respiratory gases, digested nutrients, they all are dissolved in blood plasma like this. See, this was blood plasma. So different things like this, they are dissolved in blood plasma like this. Okay, then along with this blood plasma, various formed elements RBC, WBC and platelets are suspended in blood plasma. Take a note of this. Suspended word is different from dissolved. Different formed elements WBC, RBC, blood platelets, they are suspended in plasma. Like you can see, like this RBC, red blood corpuscles, they are suspended in plasma. These are red blood corpuscles. Then white blood corpuscles like this. They are also suspended. Then we have got blood platelets like this. They are also suspended in blood plasma. So the composition of blood is the background matrix, that is plasma, and then the formed elements WBC, RBC and platelets that are suspended in it. Now moving to next diagram, let's have a look at one more diagram to understand different components of the blood. Now here you can see on your screen that blood basically consists of this part plasma, which is 45%. This plasma is further made up of 90% water. It is 90% water along with these components: different ions, proteins, nutrients, waste material and gases that are dissolved in it. And in this formed element, this one, which comprises 45% of the blood, it is basically made up of, it comprises of different kinds of WBCs, different white blood cells, this one you can see, platelets, this one, and red blood cells, this one. So this diagram is again showing you the different components of blood. Now moving to the next slide, plasma we have just discussed. It is the background substance of the blood. It is the matrix of the blood consisting mainly of water, and in the plasma are suspended RBC, WBC and platelets, various inorganic, organic substances, respiratory gases, digested nutrients are transported through plasma in dissolved form. Then moving to red blood corpuscles, we all know that red blood cell, they appear red because of a pigment known as hemoglobin. This hemoglobin readily combines with oxygen and transports oxygen in the body. So hemoglobin is the key element in RBC that combines with oxygen and transport oxygen in the body. Then one important point regarding RBC is that when RBC is young, they contain nucleus, but once RBC it is matured, they lack nucleus. Mature RBC, they lack nucleus. Now mature RBC, they lack nucleus to create more space for hemoglobin. If there is more space, then there will be more hemoglobin and more oxygen can be transported. So that's why mature RBC, they lack nucleus, and in that place hemoglobin is there. Then white blood corpuscles we have already discussed. They provide immunity to the body, fight diseases. Now the third one, this component platelets. Platelets, they are basically concerned with blood clotting, blood coagulation. Now blood coagulation is a defense mechanism which prevents excess loss of blood in case of an injury. So these blood platelets, they help in formation of blood clot that prevents loss of blood in case of an injury. I hope this one is clear to you. Thank you बच्चों.